Hi everyone, so I would like to show you how to do these paint lines on your geode. Now some of you used the metallic oil-based inks or paints and those floated on top, but if you look at geodes, there's that veining that often comes along with it, and I sent you with some Craft Smart paint pens. So before we get really into it, Craft Smart is just the brand that I prefer. It's a Michaels brand. Comes in various sizes. I guess my second runner-up would be this Pen Touch brand here. People swear by the Sharpie brand. I personally don't like them. I don't like how the gold looks on my pieces, but that is a personal choice. Some people swear by them. Other ones that I've used, but always do a flood coat after, are these painter pens. They make me nervous. So I put a flood coat, which is basically a clear coat of resin over top. All right, so let's get those out of the way. I like to keep my veining to no more than 2 colors. However, in class, I put this random gold line in here to show somebody the vein. So I'm gonna have to repeat that, but I have coppers and whites in here, which are what I would normally be using. So I'm gonna use my Pen Touch copper just because it is a little broader of a tip. I'm gonna use my Craft Smart gold ore pen here, which is a fairly fine tip, along with my white. So without further ado, to get your pens started, now mine are all started, but you want to shake them like an aerosol can. Let me get that guy out of there because that's really loud. You should be able to hear fluid and even the chatter of the balls inside your pens. And then I'll do this with the gold, even though it's started. I'm using a paper plate. You can use whatever you want, a piece of paper. I like to make sure it's thick though, because these will bleed through just regular printer paper if you're starting it. If you're using regular printer paper, make sure to fold it in half a couple times. And you just keep bouncing until your paint comes out. And mine's coming out. I like to have like a little bit of a puddle going here. All right, I'm gonna set that aside. And then you select where you would like your veining. So I have this gold vein in here. I'm going to basically divide up some of my large areas. If there's an area that you don't particularly like, sometimes you can camouflage it a little bit more with your veining. So I start on the edge, almost going off the edge, and try to do one solid stroke. And you don't want your lines to be crazy wiggly, but the more organic you can make them look, the more realistic it's going to look. All right, so that's a gold metallic. For fun, I'm gonna put in one more gold. I wanna do something with this in here. And I am kind of just following the contours of that purple as it overtook my poor pretty pink glitter. I'm gonna go over that one. Just a little bit here. You also want to be careful not to get a whole lot of oil from your fingers on your resin before you do this. If you have to stop for whatever reason, like I kind of picked up my pen right here, I picked it up right here, try to just get right in the same spot and continue. All right. I'm gonna put in 1 or 2 more. Copper this time. There are not very many good videos online about putting in veining. So I hope this is helpful to some people. All right, so that copper is a little thicker of a line. I think I'm gonna do one right here. So if you can follow or mimic patterns, like do you see how this line comes up? It has a little hump. I kind of did the same thing there. Kind of kept it close to the line before it. It's going to look all the more natural. The trick with this is knowing when to stop. I have seen works where people just went nuts with the lines, and honestly the resin should be the main feature, not your line work. So I hope this helps. I hope you love your work and enjoyed yourselves, and I will be doing more classes in the future. I already have some things cooking in my brain for future classes, and I hope to see you then. Thanks, guys.